Starling. Hello. Starling. I don't know who wants to join me or not, but I don't know how this works. I'm very, very new at this, so please forgive me. I made my crust. So this is a mozzarella based crust. So here's the ingredients. I don't know how my camera works. I'm on reverse. So I use where am I? I'm up high. So I don't know how to show these. Oh, here we go. Eggs, almond flour, coconut flour, baking powder, and my mozzarellas. So I have different kinds of mozzarellas that I use. These are all frozen. I actually made my my crust, and I just pulled out of the oven my little bagels that I made. I guess I should have put the seasoning down in the pan, but they come out so cute. See, but these are all gluten-free, sugar-free. When I say sugar-free, of course these don't have any even alternative sugars, but and I say alternative because it's not fake. They're real sugars, but it's made from different things than cane sugar. So I'm gonna make pizza with my little crust that I had. So I don't know if you guys can see me very well. Is anybody even here? I don't think anyone's even here, and that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and just make it. People want to join in, that's fine. So I use this. I love this sauce. It's Rinaldi. It used to be from Dollar Tree, but I got this one, I think, at Grocery Outlet, so that means it's on the way out. I've been using it for a few days, so I have just a little bit in here. So I'm going to put my sauce on my pizza. I'm going to put all of this in, I guess. So when I made my bagels, I did it in this silicone donut pan. I think I got that at I got it at Hobby Lobby a while back. I don't even remember how much they run. I'm not an online shopper, as a lot of you know. Sorry, my hair's all pulled back because my bangs are COVID-19 out of control. I got a haircut before all this started, but doesn't matter. It's all grown out and in my face if I don't pull it back. So I nibbled off of here, which is fine. It's just me. But ta-da. There's that. I'm going to cheat, actually, today, and I'm using this Mexican blend. I don't remember if it was Grocery Outlet or where, but I'm only using a little bit of this. That's not what I used in my crust. So I'm just going to use enough to put on here. Get it covered. A little bit more because I like lots of cheese. And I'm going to turn my oven on. I use a toaster oven. And I cut up some ham, which is just sliced ham. Nothing fancy. Normally I would put pineapple on here, but I don't even think I have any. Pineapple is not keto, but I like it. I'm very picky on my pizzas, so I eat ham and pineapple, and usually that's it. But I do like, I have tomatoes right now, and I don't really use tomatoes a lot, but it'll be really good on here because I'm going to do tomato. And then I'm going to do, let me wipe my board. I want to put my pan up here. Let me just see that. Hi. Hi, people are joining. So here's my pizza so far. I already made the crust. So tomorrow I think I set some more mozzarella out to make more of this crust and these bagels tomorrow. Or maybe later tonight if I feel up to it. But it's frozen for right now and I need to thaw it out. So a lot of people on my Instagram are interested in seeing how I make this crust. You could pick up this pizza crust. It's already pre-cooked. I'm just doing the toppings now. Which if you weren't on earlier, this is the pizza sauce I'm using. And it's ham and tomato so far. I should get my basil out. I think I want some sweet basil on here as well. I'm going to put a mozzarella cheese stick, if I can get it open, on here. So I like to use scissors. Makes my life easier. I just cut pieces onto here and they'll all melt into each other, or like in little blobs on top, which is perfect. And I'll add some sweet basil and then pop this back in the oven just until it's all melted. So, oh, that's dill. I do not want to put dill on. So, onion. Sorry, I could have been a little more prepared probably, but I decided I wanted to pop on really quick, put this in the oven, and get this baking. An Italian seasoning, chives, cilantro. These are all seasonings I don't want. I have parsley. Okay. So hi Marla, how are you? Hi Brenda, welcome. I made my dough earlier from the bread stuff that I had on my Instagram that you commented on, and I thought, well, while I make my pizza tonight, which here's my pizza so far, is on that dough, and it's totally, you can pick it up, see in the bottom. So I did show the ingredients earlier, which is almond flour, coconut flour, eggs, baking powder, and mozzarella cheese. And this is the mozzarella cheese I've been using. This one's frozen. And this is the mozzarella cheese that I normally use. Eating a not keto pizza. Marla, I love it. What kind are you eating? I love ham and pineapple. That's my absolute favorite. And I was going to put pineapple chunks on here, but the one can I found is this big, huge can. And I have no plans of anything else with pineapple right now, so I don't want to waste all of it. So I'm just going with, oh, here's basil leaves, finally. Been digging through my spice cupboard. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to sprinkle some of this on here. So I've got ham, tomatoes, and I took a mozzarella stick and just chunked it up on here. That's what these little pieces are. And then I'm going to pop this in the oven. But when I pop it in the oven, I don't know how long I'll stay on live. I got these new Nordic pans from Costco. So I'm popping that in the toaster oven. Sorry guys, off camera. But I got these new Nordic pans at Costco. They're small. You can see by my hand. And these are great. Boring pepperoni. Rayleigh's favorite is pepperoni. I thought about doing part of this pizza pepperoni for her, but I had some of the turkey lunch meat. She got the other half of this. So she's happy. But these are aluminum Nordic pans, and I'm loving them. They fit in my toaster oven. So what I've been doing is I line them with parchment paper for making this dough. And tomorrow I'm probably going to make the dough, Brenda. I don't know if I'm going to go live to do it or not, or try to record it. I don't know how much memory I have on my phone to do it. But if you want to get ingredients and we could do it together, it's a really messy adventure, but it's so worth it when you're done. I dug through my freezer because I usually buy it when it's on sale. And then when I come home, I stick extras in the freezer, and then when I want it, it's there. So I usually buy this one, the Polio. I don't know why I want to call it Philo. Polio brand. And this is 8-ounce blocks, which is a lot easier to work with. Normally I get like 16-ounce blocks because it's what's available. But I've been using this brand, the Galbani, and I've noticed a huge difference. This has a lot more moisture. So I added baking powder to it because, yes, you can freeze cheese. You can also freeze heavy whipping cream, and you can also make ice cream out of it before it goes bad by freezing it. So yeah, these are both frozen right now, and I could just open it up and throw it in my bowl to microwave, because basically, because somebody else on my Instagram was commenting that, oh, I guess I'll get some solid and then grate it. Don't waste your time grating it. You could grate it when it's frozen. It's a lot easier to grate than it is when it's not frozen. But all I do is I take a glass bowl like this, is a measuring cup. I think I got it like Grocery Outlet or something, for like, or Walmart, something like that. Under $10. Totally worth it. It's microwavable. I think you could even bake in the oven with it, because it's, I don't think this one's a Pyrex, but it's Anchor or whatever brand. But I open this up when it's thawed out, and then I chunk it all apart, put it in the bowl, and then microwave it. It gets microwaved for like 2 minutes until it's all soft, and then it's got a lot of extra juice. And so what I did recently is I started adding coconut flour that you gave me for my birthday a couple years ago. I'm still working on that big huge bag, Brenda, but I use that to hi Renee, thanks for joining. I'm making keto pizza. It's actually in the toaster oven now, so I'm walking through how I did my crust, because tomorrow I'll probably do the crust. But I use coconut flour to help absorb. So coconut flour, when you bake with it, absorbs a lot of the moisture. So since there was extra moisture than normal, I added the coconut flour. So I added 1/3 of a cup of that. Originally I had a 16-ounce one of these. So this one's only 12 ounces. So depending on what your mozzarella measurements are will determine how much almond flour you use, and also how much coconut flour, obviously. So I've been using like 1.5 cups of almond flour for 12 ounces. And then I use a tablespoon, which is a lot of baking powder, but that's what helps give it it's called leaven. It helps like make it rise. And then I have 3 eggs here. I use 2 yolks, 1 whole egg, and then you keep the egg white, and usually do that on the outside of the dough. So when I'm making my bear claws that are keto out of this type of dough, these aren't all the same ingredients that I use, but close to. When you're making that same kind of dough, you use the egg whites to help coat the outside of it for when you bake it, and that gives it the glossy texture and finish. So these are the end bagels. I don't know if you guys can see them or not, but I did different coatings on top. I should have put down into the pan. I should have done the seasoning, I guess, along the bottom. Live and learn. I've only used this pan, I think, twice. I got it at Hobby Lobby, but now I got cute little bagels. That's more aesthetic. It doesn't have the full texture of a bagel, but I'll break one open because I don't care. It's like a dough. It's like a real dough inside. I've been enjoying this, just cut in half, toasted, put some butter on it, and they are yummy. They're really, really good. I'm thinking of freezing some and sending them to my son and daughter-in-law, who are both keto again. They're in the Bay Area. Maybe you ought to hook up with them, Brenda, when I ship stuff down there. I have shipped my my keto bear claws all the way to Vegas even. So they're extremely shippable if people want to pay me for the shipping and stuff. My whole cupboard, I'm sorry, I got things over here that are like for my masks and for baking. I kind of half and half my time. I'm still making masks for COVID-19 and donating to hospitals and stuff. And then also I've been cooking and baking. And I was going upstairs with my mom a lot lately. But she's come down with a bad cough, and we're not sure if she got exposure somehow. So I am in self-isolation all of a sudden and have Rayleigh. So it's just her and I. But gives me lots of time to do all this other. Oh, thank you, Brenda. You're so sweet. So I thought, I don't know, I've seen other people doing some of these lives and stuff. So I thought, well, I'll try. I'm probably not real great at this, but I'm willing and practice, and so I thought I'd start on here and maybe try to do one on my Keto Bandito page tomorrow. I'm not sure, because I have a lot of new followers, and I'm not really sure where they're coming from, to be honest. But I think a lot of people really need to know some of the know-hows. I do have, because I snagged from my mom's house. Cheated. So this mozzarella, I know a lot of people do this because it's convenient, it's already shredded and everything else, but the problem being, if you are true keto, typically the anti-caking they use is maltodextrin. I don't do anything with maltodextrin. If you have diabetes or blood sugar problems, it spikes you worse than sugar. So it's a big stay away from, and for keto, it's really, you shouldn't be doing it. But this one actually has potato starch in it, so this one's probably not as bad as some of the others. It's a Wisconsin premium brand, so it's not as bad. I know this one too. I mean, just add the carb counts, know how it affects you. Everybody makes their own decisions, right? It's kind of about doing better, not always necessarily perfect. And right now, during this pandemic, I've really noticed that ingredients and certain things on the few days I do go out and shop, what I normally get isn't necessarily available right now. And so it's all about making do with what you can get at the time. And I do have a lot of food. Like I said, I freeze my cheese and stuff, so I still have, well, as you can see, even right here, what I pulled out of the freezer. I have this one, which is 8 ounces, this one, which is 12 ounces, and this one, which is 16 ounces. I don't think I've used this one as much. It's a low moisture. So you probably wouldn't want to add as much coconut flour to this one because it will, it's not going to have as much moisture as the other. I'm going to pop that. Oh, my pizza's almost done. So it's not going to have as much moisture as the full fat will. Like the full fat, literally, it had like the whole bottom of this dish, which is, it probably had a half a cup of moisture by the time it all like melted down, which I'll show you when I make it tomorrow because I'm going to keep this one out to thaw out. I don't know if I can probably defrost it in the freezer. I mean in the freezer. I guess you can't defrost in the freezer. I could defrost in the microwave, but I don't know how that'll be. Oh, you gotta jump on a work call. Okay. But check out the rest of the Keto Bandito thing tomorrow or whatever. I might try. I'm probably going to do it on the Facebook Live more than an Instagram Live. But thanks for popping in, Brenda. And hope to see you soon. Let me pull that out of the oven so you can see it really quick before you go. Ta-da! There's my pizza. So, that's dinner. It's like a real pizza. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. I think I'm going to sign off. We're down to 2. Thanks, everybody. Bye.